Yo, what's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on the MLB The Show 18, and I feel like we kind of have to talk about this. I've seen way too many tweets, too many Reddit posts, too many YouTube comments, too many things in my own personal friend group, player group of MLB The Show. This is getting out of hand. If you guys aren't aware, MLB The Show 18 in Diamond Dynasty specifically has been having a major problem this year, which is weird because at the launch, everyone was like, oh my god, this is so good, the servers are working good, this is going to be a great year, the gameplay is pretty good, the content should hopefully be pretty good, this is going to be a very good bounce back year from MLB The Show 17, and I think it's really going to help the show grow. But there's been a problem recently, and it has to do with the community market primarily. Now, there's a whole slew of problems with the community market on theshownation.com, but that's a different topic. That's not as important. The most important thing is that it works in-game, because that's where everybody uses it. Yeah, a few people, and I've done it a couple times, open a couple of packs, do a couple of things on theshownation.com, but you need to make sure, absolutely 100% sure, that everything is working perfectly with your community market for so many reasons. One, that has to be the most important thing for you in your game. And no, that is not greedy. We are SDS is in a money business, right? If people are spending money, real money, on virtual currency, Stubs, and there's problems, they're not getting them, they're delayed days, they're not getting responses, their cards that they sell, they're not getting their stubs back, buy orders that they cancel, they're not getting their stubs back. That is a huge problem, not only for the consumer, mainly, you want to think mainly that's a problem for the consumer. They're the ones spending the money. Some people are out here mowing lawns, shoveling sidewalks, and out here in Minnesota, hell, it's snowing right now. We still have snow and it's April. They're shoveling snow, they're mowing lawns, they're cleaning the room, they're doing what they can to get money, to get stubs, to make their team better. A lot of kids do that, I know. I've heard from quite a few people, and that's what they do. That's what they do. Now, some adults, of course, can obviously afford to lose a little bit of money, but that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You cannot have people losing their money, and even if they get it back like in 4 days, you can't have that happen. And looking at an SDS, San Diego Studio standpoint, if this happens, people aren't going to want to spend money, which leads to less money you're going to make on your game, and everything, just nothing good comes out of it. I've never seen this problem in another sports game. I've played a lot of Madden Ultimate Team. Never happened. Played a lot of 2K My Team. Never happened in there either. I don't know exactly what's the problem here, and I just don't, there has to be a way to fix it. I feel if this happened on Madden, 2K, FIFA, any of those, this would not be near as big of an issue as people literally just complaining so much on Twitter because they're not getting stuff that they spend their own hard-earned money for. That is ridiculous. You cannot have that happen in a AAA sports title and when you're dealing with other people's money. Now, every single year, you know, it's a video game. Of course, MLB The Show 18, I would say it's probably the fourth most popular of the major 5 sports games. One, you'd probably say is FIFA, then 2K, then Madden, then MLB. I think it's probably a little bit more popular than NHL. So it's down the ranks, right? And they're hoping every new year they're going to grow. They're going to get new players introduced into the game. They're going to have fun, and they're going to be like, hey, I really enjoyed this, I'm going to buy it next year. And then you keep growing, and you build something. That's kind of what happens with anything, with like what I'm doing with YouTube, what anybody does starting up a business, being an entrepreneur. That's really like, what's the point? You start small and you grow big. That's what they're trying to do. But when you have problems like this, and it's not just this year, it happened last year, it happened in 16, it happens every year, and now even the servers are starting to not be as good. They were so great once the game first launched like 2 weeks ago. Now it's been really inconsistent, and it's not just like maintenance, they're going down, we don't know why. Obviously, they're frustrated, and we're frustrated as well. There's absolute perfect reasoning for both parties to be frustrated with things not working in their game. So what happens when these issues happen year in and year out, it is so off-putting to new players, and they see, wow, this happens every single year and it takes like a month to smooth out. Okay, I'm just not going to buy this game. And then that turns those new players, they're turned away, they tell other people, it doesn't grow, and you kind of stay stagnant, and you don't really move. That's the big problem here. Money, and you're just not going to grow this way when you have so many problems, especially this bad when you're dealing with real life money. It's not like something like, okay, let's say if there was a problem with tickets or XP. You're not spending real money on that. Yeah, you worked a long time in game, but it's a lot different issue. I think you guys can all agree with me. There's just a lot of problems happening in this game right now. I'm just going to pull up a couple of tweets that I've been seeing from the community. God knows there's so many more, but I just pulled a few that kind of intrigued me. So looking at the first one, last night I put a Bryce Harper up on the market. When I logged in this morning, the card was gone and I didn't receive any stubs. In my completed orders, it didn't say that he sold. Can you help? So basically what this guy's saying right here, he had Harper during the night. He wakes up the next morning, he like tried to sell him. He didn't sell, or he didn't get the stubs for it. He was gone, but it never told him he sold. Makes no sense. There's been a lot of cases like that. I've talked to a lot of people, and it's so frustrating. Something similar happened to me. I pulled Adrian Beltre, right? I decided to sell him. I sell him. He sold. I don't get my stubs. It doesn't say he sells. He's gone. I don't know what to do. I waited around. It was like, I think it was 20 minutes. I restarted the game. I restarted my console. And eventually he was there. But still, even 20 minutes is too long. There's no other cases of that in other games. I don't know what's the issue. And especially when it goes into days. That is ridiculous. The next one, so the server error cost me a Madison Bumgarner card. Tried to send you an email. My email was sent back because your inbox is full. I have a video proof from last night's stream. Let me know how we can correct this, please. Another case of somebody's card just disappearing. I bought Paul Goldschmidt last night and now he completely disappeared from my collection. So he just used his own stubs, his own in-game currency to buy a card that is no longer there. He didn't sell it. It just disappeared. That cannot happen. That is inexcusable. I'm literally missing an Arenado, Machado, Goldschmidt, and a diamond bat, and I reached out last week and still haven't gotten an email back yet. 1 week's time, and this guy, I don't know exactly, that's over close to 300,000 stubs. That's the equivalent to like $200. You have to realize that. That is a lot of real money. You can't just look at everything as a video game standpoint. In real money, that is a lot. That is inexcusable. And even if he gets it back, that is a week. You cannot have somebody waiting a week to get what is theirs. That is not acceptable. Here comes from Yankee Nation 14, my boy on Twitter. I'll give it 2 days, and if I don't get my Trout and Kenley back, I'm quitting this game. It's so unbelievable. I was talking to him. He told me pretty much the same thing happened. He had Trout and Kenley Jansen, and they just disappeared. He didn't sell them. They just disappeared from his collection. That cannot happen. That is inexcusable. A couple more. When the stubs I paid for showed up 4 days later. That's a different case. It's not something about a card disappearing, but he bought stubs with his own money. Absolutely his own money. He bought it, and it doesn't come for 4 days. It is a digital transaction. You're not mailing him stubs. You're not shipping it Amazon Prime today. No, it's digital. That should be instantaneous. Even 5 minutes. That's like max. It should not take long at all. You buy Madden, you buy MUT points. They come in literally seconds. You buy VC, comes in seconds. How do you buy this and it comes in 4 days? Unacceptable. Last one we're going to look at. If you didn't know, they had an event like last year, but this one, it didn't count wins. It did not count wins. I had people telling me they won like 20 games towards the Lenny Dykstra, like 15 away, all erased, all gone. and some of them didn't get them back either. Apparently, it's smoothed out now as I'm seeing this tips tweet. Event update, cumulative wins are properly counting and carrying over between entries and should no longer reset after double elimination. We appreciate everyone's patience. The error erased event leaderboard data, including wins, losses, which unfortunately cannot be restored. I don't know if people ended up getting those wins back. A lot of people told me they didn't, and this is hours of game time. No, it's not real life money, but this is hours of people's lives. Time spent, hard earned into your game that you worked so hard on that it's just erased. And now they're expected to go back on there and want to play again. If that kind of thing happens to me, that's like, oh my god, are you serious? I just won that many games, spent that much time, and you're telling me it's all erased and I get nothing out of it. Unacceptable. I don't remember anything like that. Of course, we had the Q. I guess it's kind of similar to the Q situation last year, but everything is just so bad. It all falls pretty much on servers. That's the main issue. Marketplace, everything kind of lies in the servers, and things are getting lost, things are getting glitched, stuff like that. It needs changes quickly. You're turning everybody off. People are already leaving your game. People are not going to spend money if it's broken like this. I was even thinking of putting money in recently, and now I'm having second thoughts because I don't want to just not have that show up, or, oh, I buy it on Monday, I hope I get them by Friday. No, that's ridiculous. I mean, this game, it hasn't been bad. The gameplay, I thought, is much improved from last year. Of course, there is a few things, as always. The content's been pretty good. I think it's still going to be a good game once they smooth this out, but you need to do it quick and fast if you want to save this game from dying out quick. One of the main causes of games dying quick are problems right around launch, because people see those right away and are turned off and don't go back to the game for the entirety of its duration. You need to fix this fast. You need to hear my words and the whole community's complaints. You need to fix your stuff. You need to get on your game. I know you're trying to, but you need to do what you can. I don't know how this only happens on MLB The Show, how it doesn't happen in 2K or Madden. It only happens in this game seemingly, but you need to fix it, and you need to fix it fast. That's pretty much all I have to say. I think you guys are probably going to agree 100% with where I'm coming for this. Obviously, they care. Don't say they don't care. Of course they do. It's just really frustrating on the consumer side, and hopefully they can fix it up. Hopefully they can fix it soon, man. It's frustrating for me, and I'm sure it is for them as well. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you agreed with what I said, and if you are also having similar cases, similar problems, please leave it down below in the comments. Go on Twitter, tag MLB The Show, MLB The Show tips. Email them. Do what you can. Let them know. Hopefully they can get everything fixed out eventually. Just have some patience, guys. They're trying as hard as they can. It's frustrating for them too, but it has to be fixed. SDS, come on, please do your job and fix this. I know you're going to do everything you can, and yeah. That's going to do it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and later, you guys. Gomes out. Yeet.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.